Right, so here we go with the February flip through of my Hobonichi cousin. Started out the month getting all excited about Inkoraimo, which is the International Correspondence Writing Month, one a day, every day, February. Um, and I wrote one international letter to a friend in a foreign country. Um, but that was it. And I did that on my Rhodia ice pad. So anyway, here's our flip through. Next, I learned about the Hobonichi challenge. This pages here are just like this. Obviously, February 2nd, I just learned about it, so I did two. It was the hanger and the remote control. And then the rest was just some random stuff that I was just experimenting with watercolor because I'm a singer. I play guitar. Art is that's like a new thing that I just sort of got into. So then February 3rd, we have Makura, or pillow. Wrote a poem there too. February 4th was Hasami, or scissors. And my life Mitz, she commented that she liked how I was using the Japanese in the first one's Rimokon Henga. And so I just continued it with the rest of them. Going forward, I should say. I don't know if I did it for the rest of them, but I did it going forward. Amai ocha. So this was the last thing that you drank, and that was sweet tea on the 5th of February. Then we've got the cherry tomato, and the next day was button, February 7th. This is my peacoat that I love. Drawing is a new thing for me. I mean, you can see what I draw like. So this is a good sort of experience of stretching me, doing something that I'm not good at, frankly. Your star sign was day 8 for the Hobonichi challenge. Watashi wa Libra. I'm a Libra, through and through. Next, we've got a piece of jewelry or watch. Sorry, I'm just operating a mobile phone here trying to make a video, so it's shaky. I apologize. So tamakanzai, or kanzari. Tamakanzari, that is how you say jewelry in Japanese. And something from your wish list was day 10. And my wish list item is I shouldn't say my wish list item, but one of my wish list items is the M2. Enough said. Look it up. Next was a coffee mug. I want the blue M2, by the way. Next was your pen case. Thank you, Penguin. What was her name? She knows who she is. Thank you for telling me about that. Sassy Penguin, yes. Told me all about the Lahit Lab Tefa. Next was your breakfast. And I actually typically do not eat breakfast. Very bad habit. But asa gohan. Breakfast. Ice cream cone. Or, in German, der Waffel. With my favorite flavor, mint chocolate chip. Next was washi tape on the 15th. I do not use washi tape. I don't do that. I just don't do that. So that day, I just did a fake washi tape with some ink and another fake one, and talked about my day. I went to Twin Peaks for the first time, and as a born again believer, as a heterosexual male who is trying to live a holy lifestyle, I probably will not go back to that very provocative and tempting restaurant ever again, at least not by myself. And my Saab, I love my Saab 995. Okay, next we've got mason jar. And again, in the Japanese, it's just mason jar. That's all that is. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Face explosion. kitten. I am so bad at doing art, so I just wrote just the face of one and some whiskers and not the whole body because this is, again, we're stretching me to get me to do this. So the Inaho kitten. Inaho is the ink that I use. Pilot Iroshizuku Inaho. Okay, what we got here? Day 18. The Inaho pup. It was supposed to be a corgi. 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 But that didn't work. And then for the 19th, I mean, I guess it worked as well as it could have possibly worked. On the 19th, I was trying to do the USA. It was like your country. I was trying to do it like in a weird shape, so maybe people wouldn't recognize it. But the fact that I wrote PA and OK and TX on there in the spots that they belong to, sort of took away from that. But boomer, sooner. I had this day with someone I love. Yeah, I had a day that day. Mimi in Japanese, Ozen in Hebrew, and that is the ear. And here we have Shema, because it's the greatest prayer, greatest piece of theology in Judaism. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Yisrael, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. And obviously, you see the symbolism there. You need your ear to hear. Next, the 21st of February was your hand, which is Watashi no Tech, or I'm sorry, Watashi no Te. So that word is te, like techo, like Hobonichi techo. And here we've got a trace over and some shading of my left hand. Next, we've got the 22nd. This was a fox. And this is with it's not my favorite ink by far, but Inaho, Pilot Hiroshizuku Inaho, with some green watercolor for a background. This is my first time, I think, doing a background color, because I had just been watching some other artists do that. So I was like, this is how I learned, is by copying people. This says focus, focus, focus. So that's how you say fox. It's just a transliteration. Here we've got a tree. This is what the Hobonichi challenge was for day 23, a tree. And so I did the Eitz Chaim in English here. A tree of life it is to those who take hold of it, and happy are those who support it. Its ways are ways of pleasantness, and all its paths are peace. Turn us, Lord, to you, and let us return. Renew our days as of old. I'm sorry. So again, in Japanese, it's just tsuri. That's all it is. And then in Hebrew, it is etz or eitz, E-T-Z. Panda. Okay, I didn't put a story here for this, but maybe I will. Who knows? And then the next day was a robot. Okay, so obviously it looks like a 4-year-old did this, because that's what my skill level is. And I am not ashamed to share that with you. And I do a remote control just because. I was thinking about doing Rock'em Sock'em, but then I was like, let's do something with a flamethrower. And you can see he's controlled, he's programmed, obviously, by a human. Okay, something yellow. I was like, I should do a coward, but that was going to be too much. So the yellow is Kiiro no Nanika. Kiiro no Nanika. And I had just got in the mail that same day my Kakuno, my second Kakuno, because I already had the fine, but I got my medium Kakuno that day. So I was like, I'll do the cap, and that's what this is. This is kapu. And then this is yellow. So this is ki-iro, yellow. And then the next day was your favorite pen. Well, I got this one because I had fallen in love with this one, if I can pull it out. Here's my fine Kakuno. This one is the one with the Con 70. And after I got that, I was like, that's really awesome, but from now on, I'm just going to syringe fill pens that I get. So this one is got a cartridge in it, and when it's empty, I'm going to syringe fill it. But here we've got Watashi no Okiniiro. Okiniiro. So Okiniiro is favorite. And that would be the Pilot Kakuno. It's only a $14 pen, by the way. It's all about the U. So the next day was a hat. And so that word, oops, I don't think I put that word down. I don't know how to pronounce it. This obviously is just cap or kapu, same as the cap or cap. But I forgot to put this word, the English for that. But I did my story about the U, and then I just had that tiny little space there, and I wanted to fill up the rest of it. So I drew all the pens that I used to make this image. And so we've got our Sharpie pen. This is a gift from someone I love. And then we've got my Metropolitan, which used to be my favorite pen until I got a Kakuno. And then we've got the Uni Style Fit in green with the gray body. Love! These 0.28 millimeters are like my favorite. Then obviously we've got the Kakuno. I did the Kakuno with the gray. It's filled with Hiroshizuku Fuyu Shogun. And then we have the High-Tech C Coletto. I'm trying to focus that. The High-Tech C Coletto. Here we had the orange. We did the orange for the U. And then this is Yuyake, Pilot Hiroshizuku Yuyake ink for that. And then today's the final day, and we had Emet in Hebrew, Shinjitsu in Japanese, and Truth in English. So here we've got the February flip through of Christopher Holden's Hobonichi Techo. This is actually the Hobonichi cousin, not the Hobonichi Techo, but I like that song from the 2014 one. All right, so there's that.